are doing episode 2. And thank you for watching. Let's get it started. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here for episode 2. And episode 1, as you know, aired on February 14th, Valentine's Day. I call it Love Day, where you show love to those that you really love, you know, in some way, somehow, some form. And we had a time. It was my first episode. I was a bit nervous, but as I continued to talk, I felt very comfortable and I enjoyed myself. It took me forever to set everything up, but now, because of that experience, I now know how to set everything up for my podcast with fast energy. So that is something to be proud of. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. So we have gone through a lot since the day of love. The day of love is what I'll say. We've gone through a lot. Recently, unfortunately, Kyle from Marietta, Georgia, was found hung on a tree. And that really touched my heart. It broke me down for a moment. I had to sing and think positive and really reconstruct my day to not allow negativity to, change the course of action for the day. So after doing that, I said, I'm going to talk about this. That's not the topic today, but I did want to share that information. Not only that, it's a lot of things going on social media that may be a distraction with President Trump and his campaign, the 4 years more. And I have to say this at first, I did not see it. I'll be honest. But when he posted the picture of the Obamas as monkeys and said that, yeah, I posted that. No apologies. Thought it was funny. That's when I said, oh no, no more 4 years. Absolutely, you will not be in office. So that's been going on. And a lot of things in the month of February are constantly coming up on social media, getting us off track. Stay focused. Stay focused. We must stay focused as a collective. Reminder, house rules, make sure that you subscribe first, like, comment, and share. We're growing on our channel, and I appreciate those that do come on and watch, share, engage, whatever it is that you do, whatever action you take. I appreciate that. Much love to those that are doing that. I really appreciate you. So, going forward, back to February, we're posting for 28 days consistently, a challenge that I created at the beginning of the year in January, where I posted for 30 days in January, finished, and then now we're in February doing the challenge again, only 28 days for February. We only have about a week left. I believe Sunday is the 1st of March, which is extremely exciting. The third month of the year already, fast tracking, fast energy. We're staying afloat. And I want to give praise where praise is due to the God, the Father, the Holy Spirit, as well as my ancestors, the universe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is my first year, guys. My first, I say the anniversary, my first anniversary of not experiencing depression and allowing anything like that to get me down. And honestly, I figured out what it was. I figured out what it was. It's a disease that is known to the world called diabetes. And getting my blood pressure regulated and finding out what type of medications work best for me on a daily caused me to elevate my energy and just eating a lot better. And over time, I'm able to, find more ways to incorporate veggies and things of that nature. Not so much starch, even though I love it, but piling it on with veggies. And I've been doing that and I've been feeling much better this winter. The last 7 to 8 years, I have dealt with depression, which I thought was depression throughout the winter months, but I feel like it wasn't. I'm not a depressed person. I just, my energy fluctuates up and down the last 7 years, and I just didn't like that. So that could cause you to think it would be depression, but we no longer claim that. But it is the anniversary where this winter I am thriving, and I'm grateful for that. And we're going to continue to thrive as we continue to grow and learn and elevate to become the person that we need to be to get to our higher self. All right. So much love for that. Thank you again to all those that are supporting me and sharing my content and following me. I thank you and I appreciate you all. I really do. A lot of time creators don't get to say that to you all because you may not catch everything that they post on different platforms, but I try to share that with you all. I keep a point of view that people are just as busy as creators, and we all, need each other on these platforms to grow. So thank you so much for those that, if I haven't told you, that do support me and that are liking my videos and sharing them and favoriting them. Thank you. Thank you so much. Much love to you. So let's go ahead and get to the topic. I want to get to the topic of thankful and gratefulness today. Shout out to my parents. We're talking about the subject of being thankful and grateful to our parents, right? And I was thinking on earlier today of how the ups and downs with that parental relationship is, especially with the our parents' generation, which is like the early 1950s to 20 some people, and going forward. But I saw a young lady post a video of a song where she was describing her life and how she was going through ups and downs, and sometimes her phone would be off, the electricity would be off, the water would be off. And I just had to take a moment and say, because of the children, like she was talking about her having children, and because she would take time to spend with her children and not work as much, or seasons with moms, single moms, where they don't have the support system that they need to really, in certain seasons when it's a little bit tougher to carry on, a lot of the times people look at single mothers and say, oh, you have tax season, you have food stamps, you have Medicaid, you barely have to pay for anything. But here's the thing, you have children that need to eat, that need to, you know, they need supplies for school, not just at the beginning of the school year, but they need the supplies throughout the school year. Field trips. You have things for yourself as a single mom, self love, self care that you need to take care of because everybody knows by now, as a single mom, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else properly. So you have to take care of yourself first. You have to find out what is needed to make sure that you're in the right mental space, physical space, spiritual space, financial space, all those things. And when you're doing it by yourself most of the time, and to me, nobody is doing it by themselves. But a lot of single moms, when you're in that age, 20 years old, I was a mom at 16, 17 years old, pregnant at 16, had her at 17. So around those ages, you're not thinking to always schedule and ask the people around you, whether it be your mother or father, sister, brother, friends, can you watch my child? Because I have to go to work and I have nobody else to watch them. You're not thinking about that on a daily. You're thinking about how can I get money right now to make this easier for us. Like, yes, I have the food stamps. Yes, I have the Medicaid. But if you start working, especially back then, you can't really get food stamps like that or couldn't. I didn't get food stamps at all until probably when I wasn't working. And that was for 5 years. I was focusing on business, growing my business and stuff. That's when I got food stamps. But when I first had my daughter, up until the age, she was probably about, that was in 2022 to about 2010, no, 2000, and after I graduated from school, 2012, 2013, that's when I started getting food stamps. She was like maybe 2003, 10, 11. She was about 12 years old when I started getting food stamps. And don't get me started with Section 8 in the city of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Like, what? Like, y'all have got to stop. Seriously, like, there's no such thing as having food stamps for, I mean, Section 8 in any other city that I've been to where it's a bloodline thing. Like, y'all are giving food or Section 8s to bloodlines, not requiring that they do certain things, not even thinking about the young ladies that come from families that can't afford to, support that child. But at the end of the day, when you become a mother, you want your own space. Especially at that age, you want your own space. You want to start experiencing life. I chose to keep my child, so I'm going to experience life, right? You got to be kidding me with the system in Winston-Salem. And that's another note. Don't forget about Kwamika Shavers from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. That's right. That's right. Go ahead and vote, y'all. Kwamika Shavers is bringing change to Forsyth County and surrounding areas in the Triad. Okay, check her out on Facebook. I think that she's on Facebook for right now. For me, that's where I see her on. I have supported her and I share her post throughout the week. Voting season is right now, so look it up. Look it up. I've shared it multiple times. You can go on all my pages on all social media platforms and you can find the information to get her in office as the new commissioner. She is working extremely hard, sharing her goals and aspirations for the city. And I appreciate her because first of all, she's looking at the education, the housing, the health, that the food that we have in the school system and things of that nature. She even is speaking about the budget plan that she wants to put in place when she gets in office. So I think you guys should just really pay attention a little bit more. All my people on in February on this Black History Month, go follow her, get the information. Any questions you may have, she is ready to answer them for you. Wherever you need to pull up the vote, I put a video up on my page where you can go and sign up. If you're not registered to vote, you could go on the website, the county website, and you can register to vote online. It takes less than 2 minutes. From there, you find a location near your house, near your job, to put in your ballot. All right. So the primaries was up until the 21st, I believe. And then the election should start in, you'll have to get back to me with that one. But I know that the primaries has already passed. But go ahead and look her up. Her picture is all around the city outskirts, but mostly in the black and brown areas in the community. So she works with a lot of the black and brown communities. They are starting to know who she is, and I want you all to know who she is as well, because I believe in her program, and I know that she will be successful, because anything she touches, she is successful in. So moving forward, sometimes I'm able to, I think about things and I have to pull it in real quick on this podcast. But as we continue on being thankful to our parents, the young lady was talking about life situations as a single mom, and many of times that is the case. No matter what the situation may look like, a lot of men may look at it and say, well, you have this, that, and the other, right? And it's like, no, because you grew up with a mom that didn't. Most of you guys grew up with a mom that did not have the help that she needed. Maybe grandma stepped in back then more, is from what I'm understanding and was told. But still, there are people out there that may not get along with their families that will, right then and there, because of this situation, and that causes division. You got to look at all perspectives. You have to have a point of view and listen to what these single moms are saying. They're not just saying these things just to be saying them. These are experiences that are similar to a lot of single moms in their 20s and 30s. Now, if you have a baby outside of those ranges, like, I don't understand that part, so I'm not going to get into that one, because that's a beautiful thing. The creation of life is a beautiful thing, regardless of the age of the mom. All I know, my experiences and the experiences that I've seen and ran into multiple times, because you attract who you are, is that, a lot of women deal with so much drama and mess when they're single moms, whether they're single moms or not. Mothers, period, deal with a lot on a daily, guys. So Mother's Day is coming up soon, right? And I want to keep the atmosphere going, right? I want us to, those that are watching, to share. I have a business, right? And I sell accessories, nails, shades, lip gloss, earrings, hats. You will find a lot of my products on my TikTok page. JMALI, MALI Wealth. At JMALI, MALI. That's how you spell Malay. Wealth. Okay? You will find a lot of my accessories on my page: nails, shades, lip gloss, things of that nature. If you would like to make a purchase right now, because I am in the middle of building my website to put my products on there to ship out to you all, through automation, and that is a big thing that I'm learning right now to do myself. You could go ahead and DM me and place an order if you like. I have a beautiful sets of press on nails that you can order now and have for the events that are coming up throughout the year, like Mother's Day. If you don't have the money, and these are prices that are good, the nails are quality. A lot of them I've ordered and worn myself. I clean them off, put them in my box, and rewear them. And I will be putting up a video on teaching people how to do it. I've been doing it for at least 5 years, but in total, I've been getting my nails done for 20 years, going to the shops and all those things, like, and all the time I would leave the shop the next day, my nail would fall off. I wash my hands a lot. So I said to myself, I'm not spending $150 on a nail set and another, 70 for my feet. That was in California, but here it's about 150 total for everything. And my nail falls off. Even if it's 2 weeks, my nail should not be falling off just because I have to wash my hands 24/7. You know what I'm saying? When I'm cooking, if I touch meat, I'm washing my hands immediately after. So about 10 times within like 10 minutes sometimes, and I'm dousing it in there. Like, I shake the water off, dry it with the paper towel as much as I can. But going to the nail salon, that happens so often enough that I said, I'm going to fix this problem and just buy press ons. And I figured out how to do that. So I will make a video coming up about that. That was another commercial, by the way. So don't forget that. And moving forward, as single moms, guys, let's just be a little bit more compassionate. Have compassion. A lot of baby mamas and baby dads don't get along. I understand that. For me, I, you know, got along to get along. You know what I'm saying? And over time, forgiveness is key. But at the end of the day, there should not be multiple fathers absent from the community's homes. I'm talking about our people. I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm talking about what I've seen and experienced literally. Like, you're not even trying to give her $200 a month. Start somewhere. $50, 60, 70. Do I have an 80? Do I have a 90? 100? So somewhere. Start somewhere. How can you be that selfish as a man? Like, you getting money, but you have no clue or no inkling of a feeling to say, I need to send this to her because she needs this, that, and the other, and my children need this, that, and the other. How can you as a individual do that? I can understand you going through seasons, but to continue to do that throughout your lifespan, your days are numbered.